Jones gets so much cash every time someone faints. I mean, you're not wrong. I think his rate is like 5,000 minimum. But otherwise, if you can afford it, if you can afford higher than that, then you pay higher than that. Well, I think it's like 50% of your total cash. By itself, that's kind of gross. I don't think I mind that one. You could carry entire fields of Gilder, but no, only like 9 sticks. I mean, you're not wrong. Yep, these guys. It's a rock. Inflation's terrible in this country. Shine. There we go. Pumpkin flan? Nice. That's immediately gonna be sold. Actually, thinking about it, an egg bowl wouldn't be that bad to make, because I think that's just egg and grass. We're having a sale! Shut up and take my money. What was I gonna make? Oh, egg bowl. I want to guess with the pot, for whatever reason. Yep. So there we go, we can take care of that quest for Bado. Imagine a rune factory with the graphics of God of War or Elden Ring.
Here.
It'd be... honestly... I don't think I'd be a fan of it. Partially because the appeal of Rune Factory is looking very cutesy. At that point, it would be losing a good chunk of its identity, to the point that it would almost be unrecognizable. It'd be cool, yeah, just... I don't think I would be able to like it to the same extent that I do this game. If that makes sense. Agreed. It looks... just... We have enough 3D open world games that... something like this does a lot to distinguish a game from all the rest. You could argue in some respect that this type of style is a little bit dated, but honestly, that argument doesn't exactly have too many legs to stand on, if any. Because, by the same respect, everything looks dated. A game just releases, and sure, it may lean to the realistic graphics, but maybe 1 or 2 years down the line, it looks ugly, and honestly, yeah. Like, not just how this game handles the headgear equipment and the additional costumes, but full-on being able to see your armor on the character, period, would do a lot. This would do a lot to enhance a person's enjoyment of this game. It all leans into the idea of customizability. Being able to take the main character and make it more your own, and that's never a bad thing with games. Is it hard to do? Yeah. But it's little touches like that that go a long way to making a game feel unique and interesting, and encourage people to go back to it. It's all about subtle rewards, as opposed to grandiose ones. Have you seen the soundtrack? No, I haven't seen the CD. Maybe after stream. Just in case. How many times am I gonna do that? Anyway. When's the event where I can have some of these trees cut down? Because I like these trees, but... I don't think I've even found the point where a bridge is supposed to be made. Within the first 5 days of the next season? Okay, then. So in that case, I have plenty of time to just mill about, to just faff about and get material. Actually, I know something I can do. Aye. Then in that case, we'll add you to the list, and I think I'll do the drawing on the first day of... Is it the first stream day in January? Okay, I'll leave it alone. We'll treat that as 2 entries. Might have been. Can only donate your heart. Aww. That's honestly fine. Again, if and whenever I do these types of charity things, I'm of the mindset where it's more than fine if you can't donate. Simply hanging around is enough for me. Well, that's if you happen to enjoy what I do. Oh, hey! Music here reminds you of Terraria? I can kinda hear it, but... Yeah, I can kinda hear it. Seriously? Where is Artorias? Actually, Artorias is... It's a corruption... It's a corruption slash alternative pronunciation of Arthur. I did not realize that you could do this. Oh.
Hello.
Of course he's right here.
What?
Thank you very much.
Reinforcements should be arriving soon. Good.
Yes.
Oh, so we're going here now. Oh, no. I'm going here now? I mean, at least most of the enemies here are somewhat simple, but not enjoying this. I've already completed part of this area. My big issue really is with the zombies. I don't have a good means of counteracting them. Seriously? I opened that... I hate... Whatever. Huh. If anything, again, I already cleared some of this. But now I know for certain, I'm gonna need to take my, my halberd here and ingrain it with some element. I was afraid of that. Actually, if anything, these guys are weak to dark. I have a dark crystal, so I might be able to take advantage of that. That too, but honestly, I like exploring these dungeons manually. There's something more appealing about it to me. Part of that is the simple fact I like dungeon crawlers as a genre. I play a lot of Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, and I want to try and get into Sheer and the Wanderer at some point. There's something appealing about being able to explore a giant dungeon and find all sorts of secrets and interesting things. I might want to consider upgrading the silver staff, getting a silver staff. Or there's the obvious entrance right here. Interesting. That wasn't open before. Toroko was during... Yeah, it was! Toroko's Mystery Dungeon. Actually, if anything, these guys don't have resistance. I can fight them. Yeah, that one is, I believe, Legend of the Unemployed Ninja, or something involving Izuna the Unemployed Ninja. There were two of those games, actually. Both of them on DS. Do I have any inventory slots? Answer no. Damn. Pineapple! Excellent! Of course, like a dumbass, I didn't put away my shit. Yeah, I know about Ninja Gaiden. In a few ways, I do like, researching various old games just for hellsies. Sometimes playing some of them. Legend of Kage, I heard the name. Haven't seen any of the gameplay. I wanna see... Grows well in summer, not in other seasons, takes time, may grow again after harvesting, but tough on soul. Ugh. That's gonna be difficult. Yeah, I'm familiar with The Sims. I know a lot of various game series, actually. Also a series that isn't exactly my flavor. Mainly because I'm not big into simulators. It just doesn't feel like there's enough for me to do to warrant me sticking around, if that makes sense. It probably doesn't. Drawn to Life, I've heard of. If I remember correctly, it was a little like Scribblenauts, but not really. Damn it, all this talk of semi-obscure games is getting me in the mood to play Locke's Quest again. Okay, that's a brick and a half. Locke's Quest. At some point, it did get re-released on, like, Steam and iOS, I believe.
Good morning.
Alright, let's have today be the last day for the stream. Especially since it's a, festival day. Oh, you remember it. Good. I remember being kind of sad about how that one ended. But it did make sense. Lunar Nights I'm familiar with as well as the entire Boktai series. The two are interrelated. Mana culture. Like, it's impossible to track down the original copies of any of those games, unfortunately, but I have at least played through some of Boktai 1, some of Boktai 2. Like, I got as far as about the end of the game, where it's like, oh hey, there is going to be this exact one thing that you need to do, where you need to do X or Y or Z item at a specific time of day. Holy shit, I'm actually familiar with those two as well! Because my sister actually owns Curse of the Sinistrals on DS. TLDR, she picked it and Rune Factory 3 up from a GameStop, didn't touch Rune Factory 3, left it to me, and she really enjoyed Lufia. And actually, little known fact, Curse of the Sinistrals is a reimagining of a Lufia game that came out on SNES. Like, beat for beat, story beat wise.
Here you go.
Thank you very
Cookie?
much.
How very thoughtful.
What holiday is it today? White Day. Huh.
Good morning.
Oh. Yeah, this makes sense. Japanese holiday. There are two types of Valentines, if I remember correctly. One for the men to give women gifts, and White Day is the counter where the women gives the men gift if they appreciate the affection and whatnot. Topical. Now to find what's its nuts. So you're just a basic PD traveler. Yeah, I'm very well aware. Eating gets you stronger. And I'm bemoaning my inability to stream Tales of Xillia. I have Tipo on the brain right now. And if you don't eat, you'll never grow Bazone. Luminous Arc is another game that we were able to pick up from a GameStop at one point. It's... I mean, if you like your turn-based RPGs, turn-based tactical RPGs, it's super good in that respect, but the voice acting, the story are hard on the
Good
everything.
morning.
Never tried Stella Glow or Suikoden, though. I'm very well aware of Shantae, yeah. I own Half Genie Hero, actually. Familiar with both of those RPGs, too. Just across the board, I know a lot of RPGs, period.
Morning.
Oh. Sorry. I didn't realize he hated sweets. Oops. That disappoints me. Devil Survive... Is it Devil Summoner? I'm familiar with that one, the Devil Survivor series, too. My sister is, very into Shin Megami Tensei. Actually, turn-based RPGs, period. For a grand majority. Age is something I try not to discuss on the channel for obvious reasons.
Hey.
Get to know you're an adult, though. Strawberry. Summon Knight's another series I'm well aware of. I've played a couple of the games, actually. Love using spears. As usual.
Everything okay?
Maybe I'll do some fishing, try to... get back in Dallas's good books.
Huh?
Because I kind of fucked up with Cookie. Fish! Robo, also familiar with. Not sure if you've been around when a lot of the throwables have been used,
Here we go.
but one of the sound effects that I've attached to one of them,
That's not
specifically
true.
the high emotes, is actually Red's Salut. I've beaten the entire game via illegitimate means. Really fun. Actually, across the board, one of the games that I really want to get, because I want to support that particular, is the company that's responsible for Salado Robo and the Little Tail Bronx series. I need to pick up Fugua. Because the unfortunate matter is, like, apparently Fugua was a commercial flop, and that's a shame, because CyberConnect really does well with its Kimono RPGs. At least for me, I want to be able to support Kimono and furry-based gaming projects. Nothing pervy
Never
though.
give up.
Because, like, I don't know how to how to phrase what I want to say. Yeah, CyberConnect does a lot of licensed games, but every so often they do try to do original projects as well. Little Tail Bronx is actually an original project. Well, series, I should say. 3 games total in the series currently. Fugua, there's Salado Robo, and their very first in the series was Tail Concerto. There are a few common themes that a lot of the stories end up following. Supposedly, they all happen in the same world, but generally there's a lot of ties with World of Kimono and Hemi-Apocalypse, or otherwise giant robots. Actually, you did spell it right. It's a very dark RPG.
I did it.
Or, sorry, not very dark. Deceptively dark RPG, I should say. Yep, Melodies of Steel. That's the name. That's the rest of the name. I remember hearing a lot of chatter about it when it was in development, and it's mostly well received. Some people do have a few gripes with not just the price of it, but also little bits and facets about how the story works. But generally, it's regarded as a solid RPG. In Italian, it means run away. That makes a lot of sense, actually. That makes a lot of sense for a good chunk of how the story works. Holy shit. Mind blown. Because, like, the premise of the story is you're taking control of a bunch of orphans that are effectively trying to either run away or end a war. Like Metal Slug and Advance Wars? A little bit. It's a turn-based RPG where essentially it's one versus masses, where, like, there are a bunch of battle stations on the main thing, and you could have each of the orphans that you pick up pilot certain parts of the machine to be able to perform certain attacks. If you're good with your tactics, it is possible to shut down enemies quickly, but not terribly quickly. But yeah, again, this is the third game in their specific series. I already gave the name, I think, but I'm blanking on it now. Oh wow, this is strong wind. Oh, right. These things. I am familiar with Biker Mice from Mars. It was okay. Not the greatest thing in the world, but not terrible either. Mind you, I only watched it, like, for a few episodes while it was on the Foxbox. Then it became for kids, and Well, the rest goes downhill from there. I don't have a great deal of fighting instincts, I think. Never mind. Guess I'm using dual blades for this dungeon. Nice try. Ultimate. It's all you talk about over there? Fair. Actually, I'm curious if this has any new minerals in it. It's probably just silver, but might as well poke at it. That's not silver. That's Saphira. I might want to keep that. Right? Huck. I mean, by comparison, I don't need that. I remember Ever Oasis, yeah. Actually. Ah! Critical hit! I'm gonna need multiple elemental items for this. Damn. I mean, the first thing I could do is take my halberd and maybe imbue it with somewhat. Let's play Yakuza River City? Makes sense. I think I have Yakuza 0, but I haven't touched it yet. I'm waiting for a stream for that one. Huh! No. That sounds about right. I think Yakuza started on the PS2. I don't remember. Multiplayer in 358 was pretty fun. You can get quite a few good abilities from it, I remember. Yeah, I might have been muddling 358 with another game. Midget Horn! Yes, 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 yes! Francesca! Here we go. This Corchesca is gonna carry me for a while. If I can get a Blackbird Feather, all the better, because then Corchesca plus. But for now, that'll do. Yeah, I did at one point, so don't worry about that. Because remember that crystal's bugged. If anything, I'm on the pre-prep for this dungeon. Imbuing poison onto it would be a good idea. I think I have some dark crystals handy too, so... There's that. Because that's still out of my reach. Might as well. Or this. Because it's not hard to get more of those. 289 versus 346. So much better. Alright, I at least want to see the damage numbers on this before I call the stream for the day. At least for the moment. Get over to here. So to everyone who's dropped by, thank you so much. I genuinely appreciate the support I get with these streams. Usually, you can tune in Fridays and Saturdays. Friday is at both times 8 AM to noon. Usually I'm playing whatever I feel like on the Friday block, but sometimes I am given a suggestion, and I try to give that special light when I can. Power Glow. It's so bad. I think this yogurt can actually be used as an ingredient, so I might want to keep it. Otherwise, on the Saturdays, it's dedicated RPG game clearing. Currently, we are, you guessed it, still going through Rune Factory 4, and it's been a blast from start to now, and further. If you miss any of these streams, don't worry. They stay up on Twitch for a couple weeks. We then chunk them down, port them over to a dedicated YouTube channel. It's been a little bit slow going, updating on there, specifically because editing. That's it, just editing. Rune Factory is its own challenge when it comes to editing these, because in some cases I need to chunk out bits and pieces, because there's not much that's happening. But otherwise, I try to leave all the important events, well, important. While I'm at it. Fight you, specifically so I can maybe get another giant snail. Level up works too. Excellent. Screw it. There we go. I think it was hammer pieces that I also wanted to ingrain into this, because that's the dizzy chance. Taking this to the logical extreme of deck everything with Reaper Slash. Three, four. I think they still take poison damage, which is good. Excellent. Eat this! These guys don't stand a chance. I am out of time, though. Let's see. Oh, right. I also draw and write in my spare time. You can find a good majority of it up on Dark Snake. Sweet. DeviantArt, Twitter, and various other social media platforms I'm a part of. I'm working on getting up a co-host and also Mastodon account, so feel free to take a look at those. Usually I go by Sage Magi in most places, so it's not hard to find me.
Good morning.
But otherwise, let's find someone to raid. And all things considered, I already did plug Attic, and I do owe him some bits to pass on. Let's raid him. Or them, sorry. Get better at pronouns, me. They play a lot of difficult games like I do, but their specialties are more in Bloodborne and God of War and similar. As for raid message, let's go with... Be brave, don't die, no matter what happens. Feel free to decorate this with whatever emotes you want. Usually I keep the rental costs somewhat low. I might be reducing them again in time for first year anniversary. But otherwise, I hope you all have a wonderful day. Stay safe, stay warm, and most importantly, Happy New Year's. Here's hoping that 2023 will be good for all of you. Till again, talakit na.